This is Walter Lee Hilliard III of UniversalSoulPower.com. That's UniversalSoulPower.com, the new rhythm and bluesy contemporary hip-hop soul of podcasting. So let's get started here today, okay? I want to talk about something really, really important that may be somewhat controversial for us in the black community, because we've been socially engineered to go ahead and just accept anything that Hollyweird and the gay agenda puts out. Ava DuVernay, as you know, as a producer and director in Hollywood, I believe she did Selma and she did Queen Sugar, and I came across something mentioning Queen Sugar earlier today, and so I wrote something up, but excuse me, I'm going to read what I wrote. I haven't had time to prepare for it, but I'm going to read it because I want to make sure I get everything in. I'm also going to post this article on my blog. So let's just get started here. The title is DuVernay and Racist Gay Hollywood, Fear of Black Male Sexuality. And then I have a pause and I have effeminized images fed to black boys. DuVernay and Racist Gay Hollywood, Fear Black Male Sexuality. Effeminized images fed to black boys is the result of these behaviors. So here's what I say. What kind of black woman in her right mind would promote hateful images of effeminized black boys or men playing with Barbie dolls? What kind of woman would do this? A pathological black woman like Ava DuVernay and a host of others brown-nosing the curry favor and get ongoing work from gay Hollyweird, that's who. Or maybe she just really hates heterosexual black men that much. Maybe she really is twisted or sick. I don't know. Look, we know Hollywood fears black male sexuality, and I want you to really think about what I'm saying right here. We know, yes we do, we know Hollywood fears black male sexuality by how hard they work to keep images of black men sexing their women on screen, white women, off of the TV and movie screen. So it's no surprise they continue to push effeminized or homosexual black male images. And how dare these racist bully black people by calling them homophobes while they are trying to effeminize the black male images that our young black boys see, even making Rupaul king of the drag queens and giving him multiple TV shows. Yes, multiple TV shows. They call you homophobes, black people, so you don't dare delve into their insanity or call them out on their racist bullshit. Hollywood is black male heterophobic. So I had heard about Queen Sugar, the TV series produced by Oprah, and I had heard about Ava DuVernay and wanted to check it out. So like so many other black people, I'm so starved to see something positive about black people on the screen. And I turned to it, and when I saw this Barbie doll, well, let me continue with this. However, a great deal of authenticity most blacks identify with these days has been socially engineered into our into our consciousness by Hollyweird, especially all things related to the gay white agenda, now dressed up in blackface to socialize black children to readily accept images that will hasten the black community's ride toward full genocide, right? Genocide because black women already can't find men. I looked at data on websites that said black women are the least preferable in terms of black men, Asian, and white men. So if black women aren't desirable, how do you, black women, support a gay agenda that effeminizes your young boys? They put 1 million of your men in prison, right? Exposing them to prison, to prison rape and prison homosexuality. It's called situational homosexuality. Then these men come back out here and may infect women with AIDS, and they're promoting these images, this sexual behavior to your young black boys. So how does that leave you dateable, or young black girls dateable black men? Promoting this agenda, this genocide. What else we got here? Black reality television is a perfect example, as it pushes images as it pushes images of black men wearing women's clothing, bobbing their heads like girls, and telling or showing audiences, especially impressionable young black children, that it's cool to be gay, right? And the thing I want to say about this is black boys, black men are socialized from the time they start school to control their aggression. And when you start pounding black boys with control your aggression, they're just being boys like other young men are being men. They are targeted and basically intellectually and sometimes physically beaten into submission to controlling their behavior. So this is part of the process, the beginning process of effeminizing black men, promoting gay Hollyweird images, and black men being socially engineered to say, hey, I gotta control myself. I can't show my masculinity, I can't show my sexuality, or I will get in trouble. From teachers sending me to the principal's office and teachers, I could be shot dead by the police. So black male aggression is feared. All right, so this is where the process begins in school, like I was saying. Excuse me. So I tuned into what I believe was one of the first episodes of Queen Sugar and watched the unfolding of a scene where a young black boy is playing with a Barbie doll. And his dad apparently approves of this. After I gathered myself, I turned the channel, never to watch another second of DuVernay's genocidal cooning for gay Hollyweird, who, by the way, hates black people's guts. We know it because of their images. You should know this after 100 years of Hollywood television and media. I know this because of 100 years, right, okay, that's what I just said. And their negative depictions about black people's behavior, stereotypes, stealing, keeping us away from their white women on screen. Now let me say this real quick. I'm going to do a video about this, hopefully soon. But go to your television and turn from, maybe you got all the cable channels, I don't know, but turn from 0 to 99 or 999 and tell me how many black men you see having sex with, fondling, kissing a white woman. And then tell me how many times you see a white man having romantic relations with a white woman. And then look at how many times they got a light-skinned black woman, a Halle Berry, or the lady that played the bet wench of the president. I can't even think of the name of the show right now. But there's always some light-skinned black chick getting sexed up, like Halle Berry did in Monsters Ball by the white man. But they would never take a A-list white actress and have her rolling around on the floor with some B-list black actor. So they're telling you they're racist. You gotta call Hollyweird on this bullshit. They're telling you and they're showing you every day. And they fucking dare, they dare twist their lips to call you a homophobe. So you don't delve into like I said, their insanity and call them out on their bullshit. They got some nerve trashing black folks. But anyway, turn your channel, and the point is this. They fear black male sexuality in Hollyweird, okay, and mainstream America. So if they fear black men's sexuality, you know, we always hear talk about black men's penis and black men having sex with white women. They stay away from that. We hear about it, but we know TV media, mainstream media in particular, won't cover that subject because there's a fear of it, right? So what is, if they have this fear, what is the number one way they would stop this fear, that they would express this fear, that they would do something that would neutralize this fear they have? That would be to effeminize the thing they fear most. Black male sexuality is being effeminized. So this is the huge, it's probably the number one reason Hollyweird won't show black men having relations with white females. Not that all black men want to, I'm just making a point here. They effeminize the image of black men. So if you have this image of a strong heterosexual black man that will sex up all women and he's number one on the totem pole in terms of women's desires all over the world, what do? They show effeminate images. They promote shows like Rupaul's show. They promote shows like The Real Housewives of Atlanta. They put all these reality shows. I counted like over 40 reality shows a couple years back where they had effeminate gay black men images just showing up. I remember in Brandy's show one time, this gay black dude, I don't even know who he was, just a cousin or something, just showed up and had lunch with him. So you see this pattern where they put these characters into reality television and promote this image. They're promoting this image because hundreds of people's minds, thoughts, and efforts go into producing everything you see on television. You've got to keep that in mind. So this is not accidental or something you should take casually. They promote an effeminate black image to neutralize black male sexuality. That tells you right there, your television screen. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to their bullshit excuses. They're telling you we're racist. They're telling you why they push these effeminate gay images. Okay? It is what it is. You can't deny it. So, let me see what else here. Okay. Anytime you hear about a new upcoming black TV series or movie, and you're a socially conscious black person, you cringe because you know the white supremacists in Hollyweird have once again sent a Trojan horse with decades worth of poisonous images inside, especially when it's cloaked in the names of iconic Uncle Toms like Oprah Winfrey, who I just said produced Queen Sugar. But I'm talking about in general with the shows that they promote. Queen Sugar was made for Oprah's own network. She doesn't own it outright anymore, I don't think. Also, we as black people have to overcome our addiction to materialism and money because far too many times black people praise Oprah and other entertainers, athletes, and black leaders just because they're rich and successful or famous and beloved by the white masses. But I digress. Okay. I think we're coming to the end here. Okay. In an interview about Queen Sugar, DuVernay says Kenya is the name of the doll. Kenya is present and Kenya is a part of this boy's life. So the doll he's playing with in Queen Sugar, she's bragging about it. She was producing a series. I don't think it ever hit the TV screens or ever took off. In 2015 with Blackish, they were supposed to bring Felicia Rashad in as a lesbian FBI agent or something like that, and bring in the girl from one of those morning talk shows as a lesbian. So you see the politics that they're proliferating with black TV on Blackish now. I knew that was going to come, so I stopped watching the show a long time ago. DuVernay, like the white LGBT community, I think they say LGBTQ, QRS, ABC, whatever it is trying to get black people to accept that it's okay for their boys to believe they can be women or sleep with other boys or men. Meanwhile, back at the reality, the reality ranch, black men are the fastest rising group contracting HIV and dying from AIDS. Hello? How come we never make that connection? And literally almost half of the gay men in some communities in cities like Mississippi, Atlanta, Chicago are HIV positive. Almost half the men in some of these places. Half the gay men. What the hell is going on? What the hell is it? Why have we let them dupe us like this? And these are younger black men, I think up to age 30 and under. Many are probably most in their 20s. This started years ago. Now I'll do some videos about that also. Around 2000, this reality TV push, but it originally started with MTV bringing in the gay, non-threatening black male character for all of that real world stuff. So you have to ask yourself, who in the hell would promote black male homosexuality when it's literally killing young black men? It's sick, which is what I just said. Thus, it's obvious that DuVernay believes she's doing something interesting or innovative as it pertains to the black community and its images. Hilarious. Hollyweird can't get enough flaming black male homosexuals on TV. As I've already touched on, they're all over the place. Reality TV, movies, even giving them a show to do their own modern day rendition of Gay Bojangles. The Prancing Elites was the show they had on Oxygen, I believe, some time back, which was eventually canceled. Excuse me. Needless to say, Oprah, who reminds us every chance she gets that she was raped by a black man, is simply cooning, cooperating with white supremacy to destroy the images of the black male and then the black male himself. So it's no wonder she and DuVernay are working together. So I'm going to put that post up on my blog when I get a chance. And I just wanted to, just make sure that we as black people stop being chicken littles all the time. This gay agenda, the push that they're making on the black community is because they have been trying to elevate the gay rights movement since the 70s in particular, and they have always, and as of late in the last 15-20 years, they have been able to hitch their wagon to the black civil rights movement. And it is not a black civil rights movement. The sexual behaviors are different from you being born black in your skin color. When I go out my door in the morning, people know we're black. And all the negativity that comes with that affects us socio-economically and across the board. But when someone walks out the door, you don't know their sexuality. And to try to compare, I don't see white homosexuals getting beat and shot down dead by the police. So it's not the same thing. They have just been able to hitch their wagon to our black civil rights movement to advance their own selfish agenda. That's all they've done. So what in the hell are we doing being so scared to counteract this push? Because the push is causing genocide in your community. We have an epidemic of young gay black boys and men proliferating these behaviors, taking their lead from Hollyweird and beating you into submission, making you feel bad by calling you a homophobe when they're nothing but racist. Anybody that criticizes a black man for standing up and wanting black boys to survive so our young girls have men and husbands is just being racist. Anybody that goes against that agenda, they don't have the freaking background to tell black people anything. After 400 years of racism, now we're going to sit back and let them push this on our young boys. That's not being a man or a woman protecting your black child. That's ridiculous. So I could go on about it, but I think you get the point. This is Walter Lee Hilliard III of UniversalSoulPower.com. That's UniversalSoulPower.com. The new rhythm and bluesy contemporary hip hop soul of podcasting. Check out my blog, Universal Soul Power. There you will see my podcast and my posts. Peace.